This item is technically impossible to get, not just because it's out of bounds, but because for the majority of Elden Ringers it flat out disappeared. Due to a unique connection with the golden seed slightly earlier in the area, this particular one can become unavailable if you pick up the other one and then reset the area. Getting both is possible if you avoid resting or traveling, but you likely won't know about this weird design choice your first time around. Speaking of weird, seeing this unfamiliar animation might be the single hardest thing in the entire game, because it's practically impossible to stagger dragons like Fortissex and Lanceiax, despite them only having 140 poise. The problem lies in the damage reduction, as ancient dragons take 60% less poise damage to the body, and for some reason even 20% less to the head. Levy from the future here. Turns out Fortissex is nowhere near as bad as the other ancient dragons. While their head is supposed to be the weak spot as well, they only take minuscule poise damage from some of the strongest weapons. But after some testing, I found out that only the eyes take the poise damage they are supposed to, and given that Fortissex doesn't have this problem, I think it might just be a bug. Anyways, the lower an enemy's poise, the faster it starts regenerating, which means that they start regaining the poise pretty quickly. Combine that with them taking reduced damage and the head being harder to hit than a dragonfly, and it becomes obvious why most people end up beating the boss before even getting close to staggering them. And lastly, it's impossible to survive Radahn's Meteor, at least under certain conditions. The Meteor hits you multiple times to ensure a one-shot kill on any Tarnish trying to tank it, but for once the best way to tank is to wear no armor at all. As long as you are below around 50 poise, you will get knocked over and be invulnerable for the follow-up hits. The same applies to guarding the attack, as the guard break animation gives you just enough iframes to not get hit again, even with the tiniest shields.